Hello, baby. I hope your spirit is fasting and your nerves are strapped like a seatbelt, because today we got a story that's gonna rock your soul and curl your toes. This ain't just another teenager shooting. This ain't just another gang war. This is a story about a boy who was hunted, executed, and left to die in the cold blood. And then weeks later, the killer turned out to be another teenager his mama never saw coming. Let's talk about the fall of Millie Penn, okay? Let's talk about the terror of Carter, CP. And let's talk about the two mamas ended up on the opposite side of the same grave. Let's go. It all started in Grand Rapids, Michigan. June the 2nd, 2024. A quiet evening. Sun is going down. Young boys outside playing football. No warning signs, no drama until pop, 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 pop. 8 shots fired. And when it was all said and done, 15-year-old Millie was face down in a pool of blood, shot 8 times from behind, executed like an animal, gunned down like a dog. The shooter, gone. The crowd, panicked. The police, confused. Officer rushed in, tried CPR, tried to save him, but baby, the injuries were so catastrophic. The medics never had a chance. And then came the hardest part. They had to tell his mama. Picture this, a mother pacing, praying, hoping they got the wrong child. Then they come in the room, hat in hand. Ma'am, we did everything we could, but your son? Silence. Then a scream so loud, baby, the ancestors heard it. Her baby was just outside playing football, and now he's dead. 8 bullets, all from behind. That's not a fight. That's not a beef. That's an execution. Body cam footage from that night showed pure chaos. Blood, screaming, cops yelling. But what the camera also captured, a young witness who saw it all. He tried to tell the police, hey, I saw it, man, but the officers waved him off in the rush to save Millie. And by the time they came back, that boy had vanished. A voice lost, a lead missed, a case in limbo. But oh baby, when I say the Lord spins the block in his own time, keep listening. Detectives pulled Millie's phone, and what they found, a Snapchat audio recorded minutes before his murder. I don't know who's looking for me, but they spinning in a white Durango with tents. I'm scared as hell. What? This baby knew somebody was out to get him, and the audio was his last message. He saw it coming. He still couldn't escape it. So who did it? There's where Millie's daddy stepped in. He made some calls. His son's friends told him one name, CP, a 16-year-old rapper from the east side. But this wasn't just some SoundCloud thug. Oh no. Carter had videos, guns, diss tracks, and a motive. Detectives found an old video of Millie beating Carter up in one-on-one fight, publicly humiliating him. And what do we know about street ego, baby? It don't handle embarrassment well. CP didn't even get even. It got deadly. Fast forward to September the 1st, another man is shot outside the liquor store. And guess who's seen on camera? Hooded, dreads, mask. But baby, detective wasn't guessing. It was Cartiyae. Detectives. That's him. That's our boy. Same shoes, same glasses, same forehead. I said, not the forehead ID, but he was moving reckless, flashing guns, making songs, thinking he was untouchable. But the walls, oh baby, they were closing in. September the 17th, 2024, squad pulled up, guns drawn, sirens blaring, helicopters circling. Come out with your hands up. And guess what? CP came out quiet. No gun, no fight, just a scared little boy. In that moment, the gangster persona fell apart. Officer said, I don't see a killer. I just saw a scared kid. And when they sat his mama down to show her the footage, she said, yeah, that's my son. Baby, can you imagine? Your child, the one you fed, raised, hugged, loved, now the killer in another mother's nightmare? CP was charged as an adult, attempted murder, felon firearm, and while it was officially for the liquor store shooting, detectives say he's tied to Millie case too. Millie justice ain't done, but it's moving. And yet, 2 families now sheltered, 2 mothers crying, 2 boys whose lives were stolen, one to the grave and the other to a cell. Let me say this loud for the people in the back. We are losing our babies. One to the bullets, one to the courts, and both to the streets. We got a 15-year-old on hit list, a 16-year-old with guns and grudges, mothers identifying bodies instead of buying birthday cakes, and a whole generation raised on diss tracks and death threats. When does it end? This ain't just about Millie. This ain't just about CP. This is about every child who dies before they grow up, and every mama left crying with no answers. Rest in peace, Millie. You deserve to live, and to CP, may you sit with what you did, because the hood don't love nobody, not even its own sons. I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and I want to know your thoughts on this video. Are you guys ready to react? Let's watch it.
Hey, can you hear me? Seals?
Come on, man, come on.
This teenager was shot multiple times just minutes ago. The wounds on his body were so severe that officers could barely look. But what they didn't know yet was that this scene marked the beginning of something much darker.
I just wanted to inform you that medical did everything that they could, and your son Amillier is dead.
No.
I'm very sorry for your loss, man.
But what no one saw coming was that weeks later, another mother would be called into a room not to mourn a victim, but to discover her son was a wanted killer.
I wanted to see if there was an explanation as to why your son shot somebody else.
What?
Yeah,
My son?
your son.
At 8:10 p.m. on June 2nd, 2024, the Grand Rapids Police Department received multiple 911 calls from Umatilla Street Southeast, near Madison Avenue.
Rapids 911, what is the location of your emergency?
I'm right here involved in Umatilla. Some boy just got shot right here.
911,
Yes, we need emergency over here on 413 Hall. Somebody was just gunned down in a parking lot. He is breathless. Please, ma'am, hurry up.
Are you with the patient?
Yes.
Okay, do you know who shot him?
I saw him, but I didn't see the description,
Okay.
bro. I don't know who that was. Still,
All right,
bro.
we're already on the way.
The urgency in the caller's voice hinted at something far more serious unfolding. Hence, officers were dispatched immediately. At the scene, they found a teenage boy lying in a pool of blood, struggling for his life.
Hey, it was one. I saw it, man. It was one guy.
I need you guys to go over there. We'll talk to you in a minute, okay?
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, no demos.
From her son's phone saying her son got shot. Amillier Penn.
What no one expected was that he was already beyond saving. The medical examiner would later describe injuries so catastrophic that survival was never a possibility. But in those first crucial minutes, paramedics fought anyway, because the victim was a teen and his mother was racing to the scene. He was identified as 15-year-old Amillier Millie Penn. Just minutes earlier, he had been playing football with friends, but now officers were preparing to deliver devastating news to his mother, Cartiyae Penn.
So Claudia, I told you I'd come back and talk to you, okay? I just wanted to inform you that medical did everything that they could, and your son Amillier is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Millie Penn was shot 8 times, all from behind. The wounds were so severe that there was no chance to save him. He was pronounced dead at the scene by paramedics. This wasn't a random act of violence, it was personal.
Is your son 16, 15?
15.
Your son's 15 years old, so it's a child, okay? We're going to do everything humanly possible to find the person that hurt him, okay? We will do everything humanly possible.
In the chaos of that moment, investigators had no idea that they were about to uncover a web of teenage violence. But in a neighborhood where witnesses rarely came forward, detectives already knew this case wouldn't be easy.
So far, no witnesses have come forward to say what they saw, and that's due to the trust issues.
But when I talked to Millie's mom and I told her we're grieving with her and that we will not forget, and I meant it 100%, we're gonna find his killer.
It was time to review the body cam footage again, searching for anything they might have missed.
I saw it, man. It was one guy.
I need you guys to go over there. We'll talk to you in a minute, okay?
In the immediate aftermath, potential witnesses were pushed back as officers focused on saving Millie Penn's life. It was the right call, but in doing so, they overlooked a voice that could have changed everything. By the time the police realized their mistakes, the witness had disappeared back into the community. Finding him again would require detective work almost as complex as solving the murder itself.
The number one thing that you are doing there is to try to save this child's life. And watching that body-worn camera, I wanted to hear that story so bad. But the truth is, those officers have a job to do, and I don't fault them at all for telling that young man to get back. Unfortunately, that means we may have missed a critical opportunity to hear what that witness saw.
That missed opportunity only added pressure as the investigation took on a new urgency. Now pinned their hopes on tracking Millie Penn's phone data.
Guys, they were able to map him where he went. So he leaves the house on Baxter, he goes to Henry, to Watkins, to Union, to Umatilla. So we need to probably go out and see what we have for cameras in that direction.
People are fearful that if they participate and cooperate with an investigation, they don't want to be targeted themselves. Witnesses are leery to come forward, but we assumed that we would have some Ring doorbell home security footage. We wanted to get our hands on that.
Detectives canvassed the area, looking for security cameras, doorbell footage, anything that could identify the killer.
Hi, I'm a detective with the police department. So I had a camera out front. I'm wondering if that works at all.
Hi, dear. There's no problems. I saw your camera. Can I talk to you for 2 seconds? No issues, I promise. Okay. Thank you, dear.
After days of searching, they finally caught a break. Security footage from a nearby business captured the entire sequence of the shooting. It was grainy and distant, but it told a story.
You can make out that Millie ran and the suspect chased him. We can see Millie fall. The suspect's arm is extended and that he's shooting at Millie. And then we see the suspect run back toward the east.
Shooter's gonna walk up through here. You'll see right about here, people scatter. Victim sprints this way, suspect sprints this way, victim goes down right here. Suspect is up, it's blurry. Suspect's with the victim for, I don't know, 2 seconds, and then you see the suspect sprint straight back through here.
The footage confirmed what the autopsy had revealed. Millie had been running for his life. All 8 bullet wounds came from behind. The killer had chased him down, executed him in cold blood, and was still on the loose. But finding answers in a community where snitching could get you killed wasn't going to be easy.
We're encouraging more people to come out of the woodworks and say, yes, we don't want this in their neighborhood. But in 2022, distrust in the police department was at an ultimate high.
I can't even imagine how scared he must have been. And my heart just is crushed for that family.
It is extremely frustrating that we had 15-year-old Millie killed in broad daylight with numerous witnesses. And because of this trust issue, those witnesses aren't coming forward.
However, detectives found something chilling on Millie Penn's phone, a Snapchat audio message from just minutes before he was killed. That voice message was the last time anyone heard Millie speak.
Now, I don't know who's looking for me, but they're spinning in a white Durango with tints, and I'm scared as hell.
How far before the shooting was that recorded?
7:38, but that one looked like it's at 8:02.
That's like right out the heel.
Minutes.
Yeah.
Because the call came in at 8:09.
Yeah.
Every word Millie spoke became evidence. It proved that this wasn't a surprise. It was an execution he saw coming, but couldn't outrun. Someone in a white Durango had been hunting him, and Millie Penn knew he was in danger. While the police searched for evidence, there was one person who saw everything. The teenager eager to share what he had witnessed as soon as officers arrived on the scene. But his voice was lost in the chaos, and that silence came at a cost. However, had they listened to him earlier, they might have gotten to the suspect much faster.
This boy picked up his phone after the shooting and was just like, ma'am, get over here. I'm so thankful that he called me. And he stayed on the phone with me until I made it there. Probably was hugging him, seeing him catch his last breath. I just kept telling that boy, please, Tom, don't die. And he was like, your mom needs you. Please, dude, don't die. She's right here.
Cops spotted the teenager at a local park and approached him. But talking there risked his street cred. People might label him a snitch, and police contact could put him in danger. To ease the tension, officers offered him a right to talk in private.
How are you? I'm Detective Leonard. What do you want to do? You want a hug? Hey, we need to holler at you about what happened last Sunday. You probably don't want to do that here. Can you jump in the car? And if you want, we can even have Porter pretend like he's arresting you. But we need like a 10-minute conversation, and I doubt you want to do that right here. We just want to talk to you about, you're not in any trouble. But what I'm saying is, do you want him to handcuff you like you're getting arrested?
No. Tell me what they think.
Okay, all right, hop in the car. We'll meet you at headquarters, okay?
He seemed indifferent to what others thought and appeared eager to lend a hand. But the real question was whether he would tell the truth or back out to protect himself.
Well, you know why we want to talk to you, right?
About the situation that happened over at my mom's house.
You would tell me.
Yeah.
So we saw you on video, right? Can you kind of walk us through what happened?
It was so light that it sounded like a firework. And once we turned, we saw a boy running away from the other little boy that was laying down. It was just like a black hoodie just running away. I ran up and I had grabbed my phone. That's when I called the police. And
so you called 911?
Yeah. That's really all I saw was a black hoodie. Honestly, I feel like the kids that stay in that apartment that's on Umatilla, the farthest to the right, the townhouses. Yep. I feel like they know something, if anything.
Thank you for coming in and talking to us.
Yeah, we very much appreciate it.
The interview yielded some information, but his description remained frustratingly vague. Just a teenager in a black hoodie. Detectives quickly understood that they were dealing with someone caught between wanting to help and needing to survive. Too much detail could mark him as a snitch. Too little detail meant a killer walks free. So he gave them just enough to help, but not enough to get killed. With no new leads, the family was left to grieve as Millie Penn was laid to rest just 1 week after his death. Then, when all hope seemed lost, a call came in from Millie Penn's father, Corey Penn. A call that would change everything.
Hey, Tony.
What's good?
Millie's friends, they hold respect for me because, I'm his dad, and some just felt comfortable with reaching out to me, and they just kept saying a kid named CP shot him.
16-year-old CP, or Cartiyae Pascal, was the person Corey suspected had killed his son. Cartiyae was an aspiring rapper from Southeast Grand Rapids, but his music was more than just art. They were filled with violence and threats. Was he just a teenager talking tough? Or was he actually ready to act on it? However, all detectives had was hearsay, which was not nearly enough to make an arrest, let alone build a case that would hold up in court.
I check on YouTube, and CP fits the bill. He is a teenager. His physical description matches. As an investigator, though, I have to remove that confirmation bias and tell myself, just because I have this name doesn't mean this is the suspect. There's nothing substantiated. We have no fingerprints. We have no DNA. We have literally no smoking gun.
While investigators scrambled to gather evidence against their prime suspect, another call came in from Millie Penn's father, Corey. He sounded even more distressed, his voice laced with panic and desperation.
Hey, Corey, what's up?
Oh my God, my hand is bleeding so bad, but I'm gonna call this because I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why is your hand bleeding, Corey?
Because I was punching.
Okay, all right.
In the house.
Okay, that's fine. The only case I'm working right now is your son's. That's it.
Okay.
Everything we're doing is for Millie, okay?
Yeah, I hate the fact that his name is CP because that's what my nickname is. Everybody call me that. I figured that was my son's last words. Oh man, I would have covered my baby. It's just every bullet for me.
I know, Corey. I know.
Acting on Corey's tip, investigators pushed forward, determined to find any clue that could bring Millie Penn justice. However, something unexpected turned the entire case on its head. Corey had posted photos of Cartiyae Pascal on his Facebook, naming him as the shooter, and publicly vowing revenge.
His cover picture of his Facebook to a pistol with 2 pieces of clothing that says revenge. That to me it's a very clear, distinct message that he is going to seek vengeance for or against anyone who participated in the killing of his son.
While Corey's anger made sense, detectives weren't sure if his post was a good idea. They worried it might have alerted Cartiyae Pascal and compromised the investigation.
I mean, we thought Dad was going to pull the ripcord and just go hunting for him and kill him. Jen and I talked, and we thought there's a chance CP is not going to be alive at the end of this weekend.
Tony was telling me, stay off the internet. Don't post that, It's hard to place your trust in someone else when it's concerning your child,
Corey was furious and unpredictable, pushing detectives to act quickly. As the investigation progressed, they dug deeper into Millie Penn's phone. What they found was disturbing. Several videos of violent street fights, some even featuring Millie himself. However, one video stood out from the rest. It showed Millie beating Cartiyae.
That's CP. And this could be one of the fights where he gets humiliated.
This video was believed to be the motive behind Cartiyae Pascal's deadly retaliation against Amillier Millie Penn. It wasn't just proof of a fight, it was clear public humiliation. Officers suspected that in the twisted logic of street justice, the only way to restore Cartiyae's reputation was to ensure Millie Penn learned a lesson. But even as the pieces started to fit, the investigation was far from over. Just as the case seemed to be taking shape, an unexpected twist emerged.
You know how when we see you were dead, he said he got his gun on him, but he ran with it. Like that case, we gon' do the race. If that was me, boy, I would've shot you in your face.
Cartiyae had released a diss track targeting Millie, laced with violent threats. The kind of things no one would wish on their worst enemy. The video not only featured disturbing lyrics, but also showed him casually flaunting firearms. For the detectives, this was no longer a coincidence. Cartiyae's name held weight in Millie Penn's murder.
He is almost putting out a lyrical warning. These are my intentions. Millie did a lot of things that he should not have been doing, none of which means someone gets to shoot and kill him.
But to make an arrest, they still needed something more, a credible witness who had seen Cartiyae near the scene, or doing something that tied him directly to the crime. Exactly 6 weeks later, just as the trail was growing cold, a potential witness finally stepped forward, and with him, a renewed wave of hope emerged.
Hi. Hi. Last year, some boys jumped Millie, and Millie, jumped them when they think them one-on-one. They jumped him.
And who's him?
Whoever CP is.
So you've heard the name CP?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you flat out. Was CP the shooter? Okay.
Though the man's contribution to the case was minimal, Cartiyae's name resurfaced. keeping the suspicion firmly alive. In the following days, an anonymous tip came in, a screenshot of a Snapchat conversation between the sender and Cartiyae. But since the tipster refused to come forward as a witness, detectives still had no grounds to secure a search warrant against Cartiyae. Even so, they were now more certain than ever that they were headed in the right direction. The investigation was still in full swing when something incriminating suddenly occurred. On September 1st, 2024, another shooting rocked Grand Rapids, Michigan. A victim was ambushed and shot multiple times outside a convenience store. What made it even more chilling was the presence of the victim's mother. She had been nearby at the time, barely escaping the gunfire herself.
Suspect description: teenage black male, gray hoodie with a mask, possible dreads, left red northbound.
Were you here when it happened?
No, when I pulled up, people was telling me I should have just pulled out.
Is there someone in there looking for cameras?
Yeah, someone just walked.
Detectives rushed to the scene and began a thorough investigation into the shooting. They obtained CCTV footage from around the liquor store and examined it closely, only to uncover something disturbingly unexpected.
The victim arrived in this car. The mom's still sitting in the car. The victim walks out of the store.
The shooting unfolded in a way strikingly similar to how Millie Penn had been shot, chased, then fired upon, and the shooter fled the scene. To the detective's shock, the man captured in the CCTV footage closely resembled Cartiyae Pascal.
That is 100%.
It's Cartiyae Pascal.
His presence was undeniable, but the identification was still unconfirmed.
He needs to be arrested. He needs to be in custody. We cannot sit back and allow this to happen again.
The victim of the liquor store shooting miraculously survived the attack and was called in to identify the shooter. However, his memory of the shooter's face was vague, and he could not make a positive identification. Despite the victim's uncertainty, detectives were convinced it was Cartiyae. The hairstyle, shoes, and distinctive glasses from his rap videos matched perfectly with the individual seen in the CCTV footage.
So then I went to his Instagram. Same glasses, same hair, same forehead, same complexion, same build, same height, same shoes.
That is so clearly him.
It was clear that Cartiyae was far too dangerous to be roaming the streets. He posed a serious threat to those around him, and his presence likely intimidated potential witnesses into silence. With solid evidence, including confirmation that it was Cartiyae in the CCTV footage, the detectives obtained a formal search warrant and headed to his location. However, a large police force was needed, as Cartiyae was believed to be heavily armed and dangerous.
Grand Rapids Police with a search warrant, step away from the door!
Grand Rapids Police search warrant. Cartiyae Pascal, make yourself known. Come up to the sound of my voice. Hands on top of your head, nothing in your hands. Cartiyae, hands on top of your head, nothing in your hands. Police search warrant. Hands up. All right, hands up. Come on out to me. Where you coming? All right, come on out. Come on out. Okay. Come on out. Okay.
Face away.
Face away.
Okay.
Surprisingly, Cartiyae did not emerge with any weapons or show any signs of hostility.
He was in the back seat of Officer Klein's cruiser. As I'm staring at him and I'm looking at him, I don't see a monster. I don't see a killer. I see a scared kid.
Cartiyae Pascal and his mother were taken into custody for questioning, with Cartiyae being formally informed that he faced serious criminal charges.
Your mom and your name's Cartiyae, correct? Can you tell me where you were on Sunday, on September 1st?
I don't know. Where was that?
Okay. Since you've cut your hair since then, but you got the same glasses and the same COVID mask and everything since then. When did you cut your hair?
A week and a half ago.
What I'm asking.
So I'm just curious because what is he being charged for?
I wanted to see if there was an explanation as to why your son shot somebody else. That's captured on video.
What?
Yeah.
The entire incident is on video.
The entire incident's on video.
Start to finish.
My son?
Your son.
And it was a shooting?
That's a shooting, yes, sir.
Is this person no longer here?
No,
They're alive.
they're alive. And that's why I want to know, do you recognize that person? As who?
We know this is your son. This is CP. This is her. Right?
You know that to be your son, correct?
You're looking right at him.
Yep.
On September 17th, 2024, after Cartier's mother confirmed that the person in the CCTV footage was indeed her son, investigators moved forward with his arrest. Though the arrest was officially for the liquor store shooting, detectives hoped that Cartiyae, being behind bars, would encourage witnesses to come forward without fear. By then, justice for Millie Penn was being pursued through Cartier's arrest in connection with the broader case. 17-year-old Cartiyae Pascal was charged as an adult with open firing with the intent to murder for the liquor shop shooting. In addition to this, he also faced felony weapons charges related to the case. Hereby, justice for Amillier Millie Penn remains unfinished, but hopeful.